Welcome you back to St. Pete. Bob Jenkins, Robbie Buell, and Mike King getting set for the second race here in the streets. And as we show you the starting grid up at the top of your screen with the first four from the first race inverted, Robbie, what are the keys to this race?
Well, the keys for race 2, what did you learn in race 1? Race 1 adjustments. What are you going to apply from race 1 for race 2 that's going to allow you to improve your position? A lot of guys may add more downforce, take downforce off the car so they're faster in a straight line. From there, racecraft. How do you fill the mirrors of the guy in front of you to force him into a mistake to create an opportunity for yourself? From there, restarts. It always bunches everybody up, presents opportunity to pass.
Pace car makes the hard right into the pit area, and the cars come off of corner number 14, getting set for the start. And here we go from race number 2. Oh, and a car looks like is couple of cars up at the top of your screen had problems getting off the corner, and already we have a problem.
And they are 3 abreast fighting for second place there. And Rafa, he got through that cleanly. He was on the high side of the racetrack, is now in second spot chasing Jeff Simmons. Woo.
On board with Richard Antonucci. That's Jeff Simmons leading the race. The 27 car is Rafael Matos in seconds. Oh my goodness, wow. Look at this.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
cars.
That's a turn 4, a second gear corner, right? They've come down the straightaway, so obviously there's some passing that tried to take place and bottlenecked everybody.
The 24 is Chris Festa. The 11 is James Davison. 21 car is Al Unser, the third. And there's another car. That's the 8 of Nathan Freak. Here at St. Petersburg, the field under caution because of a couple of problems that occurred on the first lap. First of all, as the cars were coming down for the green flag, a couple of cars in the rear of the field got into problems.
Just a little in-sync dance, and they hadn't even gotten to the green flag yet. And that's just a function of trying to put the power down and having cold tires.
That was Brent Sherman and Mickey Gilbert with problems up there coming off the final corner before the green flag. Look at this race into turn 1.
And look at the battle here. We're on board with Antonucci, and that's Anna right on the outside. There's the leader, Simmons. Now watch these guys, 3 abreast all the way through. That's Rafa on the far left side of your screen in the red and yellow car. Look at this, trying to sneak through turn 2. A little tap. The guy who gets the worst of that is our onboard camera guy, Antonucci, right there, and lost a couple spots.
He dropped back to 6th position. Now here's the big crash involving several cars.
Exactly, and look at that. That's Polar was trying to sneak down the inside, and the red and black car 3. He goes away, and that collects Ari, Pecorari, Davidson. I mean, just goes on.
Mike King is down with Ari Lyondike Jr.
Ari Lyondike Jr. started the day here at St. Petersburg 4th in the championship points. Ari didn't get an opportunity to complete the first lap.
I know, it's a little ridiculous. The first lap, everyone's fighting hard, I know that, but I gave the person plenty of room. I don't know who it was. It's just a shame because we had such a good starting spot for the race, and I think I could have moved up. And this weekend's been getting better and better for me, and it's just a shame we couldn't even get through the second, half of the first lap. So.
That's Ari Lyondike Jr. Certainly disgusted with the way his first lap turned out here in race number 2 at St. Petersburg. Bob?
Thank you, Mike. Well, let's see if we can get some green flag racing in here as Jeff Simmons comes off of the final corner, heads for the green flag, and a restart to this second race. Simmons, Matos, Beatrice, Hildebrand, Prendeville, and Antonucci.
And look at that. Bia's looking down the inside of Rafa, and she has that done cleanly. That's picture perfect. Ooh, look at Antonucci on board there. He's sideways a little bit, trying to put the power down. He's lost touch a little bit with the cars in front of him and being chased by Prendeville, I think, back there. Or actually, that may be Hildebrand. No, there's Hildebrand. So that's Prendeville that's pressuring Antonucci right there. In the red and white car, Antonucci, Prendeville all over him.
And Rafael Matos up in the 3rd position. Lost that spot to Beatrice. She has been very aggressive in this race and in the first race, but aggressive not necessarily meaning dangerous. She's pulled off some very smooth and bold moves.
Everything that we've seen her do to improve her positions with the pass she made in race 1, in this race, it was calculated. It was clean. There was no risk in it. I mean, that's, as a team owner, that's the kind of race driver you're looking for, to have that characteristic of calculating risk and return.
Jeff Simmons has won 7 times in the Firestone Indy Lights Series, looking for victory number 8 here this afternoon. His margin of being in number 1 is just about a half second over Beatrice. Matos is less than a second back in third, and a car spins coming down the straightaway. That's the 24, Chris Festa.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I don't know if there was some contact.
And Juan Manuel Polar is also in a bit of a trouble spot.
Yeah. Sometimes you see the big paint strips there on this straightaway. Sometimes when you're under braking and you get on those paint strips, it's a little bit slicker. Exactly. Yep. And you lock the tires up, and you know that can create a spin. I'm not sure if there was contact here. We will take a look at it and find out.
Let's take a look at what happened to the 24 car. Now Polar's up at the top of your screen. That was his problem.
So that was all. What happened to Chris there, that was all by himself. He just had a little bit of rear lockup. You know, the car's bumpy. He was on the paint section of that. I'm not sure that caused it, but just when the rear of the car locks up, the rear brakes lock up, it can spin you around. Unfortunately, let's bring out a full course yellow. Bunch everybody back up.
Chris Festa remains sideways entering turn number 1. Chris driving for Alliance Motorsports this year, which is a new team that is co-owned by Tice Carlson, a former competitor in the IndyCar series. Jeff Simmons still leads here as the field once again is at reduced speed. Well, earlier this week, Sam Schmidt enjoyed a very special opportunity at the Florida Aquarium in Tampa. Sam spent about 30 minutes diving in the 500,000-gallon coral reef tank at the aquarium. Sam shared the water with over 2,300 aquatic animals and came away with a great experience, but more than that, a big smile. Sam is dried off. He's down in pit lane with Mike King.
Yeah, Sam Schmidt saw his cars finish 2nd and 3rd here yesterday at St. Petersburg. Sam, let's talk a little bit about you taking a dip here at the Florida Aquarium. How was it?
Got to tell you, the guys at the Florida Aquarium are awesome for providing the program. It's open to the public. Doesn't matter if you're able-bodied or disabled. But first time I've been back in scuba gear since I've been paralyzed, and about the only way to describe it is that it's about as normal as I've ever felt. You know, it was great being down there with the fish, and just a fantastic experience.
I heard you tell somebody, Sam, that at least for a few minutes you forgot you were paralyzed.
Pretty much. It's a feeling of weightlessness, and I had been certified as a diver before I got hurt, and so it just brought back a lot of great memories, and you feel just almost normal.
Your drivers on track right now, Anna and Antonucci, out there running in 2nd and 5th respectively. Boy, what a textbook pass Beatrice Abia put on Rafael Matos on that first restart.
She's definitely lived up to all of our expectations and then some. Unfortunately, James got caught in that first lap melee, but I think that both Anna and Richard have a good shot at this race, and they got a long ways to go, so see what happens here.
It's championship team owner Sam Schmidt looking for another win here today at St. Pete.
Getting set for a restart once again as Jeff Simmons in the yellow and white number 2 brings him down. Green flag is flying. Let's see if Matos might make a move from his 3rd position. No, he's not even in a position to make a move.
He's going to get challenged, and he sure is. Look at that. J.R. Hildebrand goes along the inside, gets the pass done. Antonucci's carrying the momentum. No, can't do it. That's Rafa right in front of Antonucci right there in the red and white car.
So put J.R. Hildebrand in car number 25 up in 3rd position. Antonucci looks to the inside, cannot make the move. Andrew Prindeville in car number 5 is right behind Antonucci.
Yeah, it just makes me think the restarts, Rafa has not had a very good car. So, you know, what adjustments did he make from race 1 to race 2? Well, if there were some adjustments, they weren't in the right direction.
As we see the field come through here, we're going to talk about a couple of people who have made nice moves. Dylan Battistini, who won at Homestead Miami, started 21st, is now running 7th. And Bobby Wilson, who had all kinds of problems in race number 1, started 22nd and is up into 9th position. Logan Gomez also picking up 12 spots. Cunningham up 9, and Sean Guthrie has increased his positions by 7. Jeff Simmons crosses the line. The interval is 0.8 of a second back to Anna Beatrice. Hildebrand is 1.4 seconds behind, and now Matos once again tries to find an opportunity to pass J.R. Hildebrand.
Yeah, all I can think of, you know, with Matos falling back on those restarts is his gear package on the restart isn't accommodating this slow pace being set by Jeff Simmons. Yesterday on the restarts in race 1, he had a very fast restart and could pace everybody, Matos can. So maybe his gear stack isn't accommodating the slow start that Simmons is setting on those restarts.
Matos won both races here at St. Petersburg in 2006, led all 40 laps in taking the checkered flag in the first race here at St. Petersburg. But different track conditions. For one thing, it rained heavily overnight, Robbie, and that makes for a green racetrack. And by saying that, what does it mean?
Well, a green racetrack, there's not as much rubber down, so the car doesn't handle the same. There's less grip, and just those little subtleties of car grip. Oh, look at that dive on the inside by Rafa. Woohoo!
That was very impressive.
That was aggressive.
And Antonucci also took the spot away from Hildebrand.
You know, I'm not sure any of us saw that coming. Wow.
Just all of a sudden, he shot to the inside and made a nice pass. So that puts Hildebrand back to fifth, and Hildebrand back to fifth, and Prindiville to sixth position.
And so now we're on board with Antonucci, and there's Raphael right in front of Antonucci. We saw that pass, and Antonucci snuck behind. We're going up the back straightaway here, all the way up to fifth gear. You have a fast left-hand kink. Now we come to a good braking zone, down to second gear. Kind of hold steady with Rafa as you get through here. Hard on the gas, up to fourth gear. A fast right, left, very, you know, comfortable with the wheel. Hard braking, down to second. Now this is where you want to put the power down. Get the power, get flat onto the front straight. You saw a little cross up there as he was putting the power down with adjusting with the wheel across start-finish line.
Well, last lap, let's take a look at what happened from Antonucci's perspective.
Wow.
Look at that.
That was an aggressive pass. I mean, you know, and good heads-up driving by J.R. Hildebrand. I mean, you know, he saw that he was inside there, so he couldn't come down and had to give way. That's some fantastic driving on both sides.
So it's Simmons, Beatrice, Matos, and Antonucci, the top four. Back with more from St. Petersburg right after this. Under caution here at St. Petersburg once again as Jeff Simmons continues to lead the second race of the weekend for the Firestone Indy Lights Series. We are under caution because of a incident involving two cars battling for sixth, Bobby Wilson and Andrew Prindiville.
And that's turn 8, slow corner, second gear. That was Bobby Wilson trying to look down the inside of Andrew Prindiville, and you're not going to get a pass done there when you're fighting for position. And that's the result of it. They're both done for the day.
Rafael Matos now running in second position, passing Anna Beatrice on lap number 20. And we anticipate possibly some activity here as the green flag comes out, because Matos has a very fast race car, but so far has just not been able to get past the very experienced Jeff Simmons.
A lot of racing left. I think he will. He's got a faster race car. Just use your head, Rafa. Don't force it to happen. You got plenty of opportunity. And Bia, they've kind of missed a little bit in her setup. We've heard her car starting to pick up a little bit of a push, so she's been struggling to hold that position.
That's Richard Antonucci running right behind Anna, or Bia, as she likes to be called. Green flag comes out. Look at Matos to the inside, but he bangs wheels with Jeff.
Look at that.
Oh,
and there's Bia that comes up alongside of Rafa.
And Bia has the lead.
Fantastic. We got to take a look at that again and see all that. But look at this. Antonucci down the inside as they come to turn 4. He's going to get that second spot.
No, hard braking.
No, yes, he is going to get it.
Wow. So
That,
Anna Beatrice takes the lead. Antonucci running second. Matos is third. And look at J.R. Hildebrand banging wheels. He moves up.
he gave a little love tap there to Rafa, saying, come on, keep moving. And as a result, it looks like Rafa's getting a little bit of momentum. Yeah, but he's got a flat left front. Flat left front. See it there?
Yep.
Too bad, Rafa.
Wow.
But, you know, he was very aggressive on trying to create that opportunity going into turn 1 and banged wheels with Jeff Simmons. That's not sure that was the best move. We still had a lot of racing left.
Beatrice will lead this lap. Here's a look at the restart.
Okay, watch Rafa. He is right behind our leader, Jeff Simmons. He dives to the inside. Big move. Simmons says, no, you're not. They kind of touch. And there's the left front of Matos touching Simmons' car. I think that's probably what cut it. Now watch Bia. Watch Bia. She's going to run on the high side here. See you guys later. Antonucci and the Lucas car takes advantage of that, carries the momentum, and goes by.
On board, Richard Antonucci.
Hear him work that throttle, work that throttle. Now Antonucci's going to go by Rafa right here. Look down the inside. Going into turn 4. They still doesn't get the pass done side by side, but he says, come on. And there he's got it. That's hardball racing.
Rafa had to lock him up, and that was all that Antonucci needed. Now back here in third position is Hildebrand, and Logan Gomez has moved up to 4th.
Man.
And Logan Gomez started at the rear of the field. Oh, the 33 of Mitch Cunningham has made serious contact with the wall.
Yeah, I saw that just in the back clip of something there. I was like, whoa. And now we saw what that is, so too bad for Mitch.
Changing the left front on Rafa's car. And here's Cindy Alleman, who has spun coming off corner 14.
Come on, keep going back through that grass and get back out there.
And she will rejoin the field.
Wow, race 1 to race 2. We got a different animal here in front of us.
We do have another full course caution.
Yeah, and the main reason for this is we saw Mitch Cunningham that was up against the wall in the black and red machine driving for Brian Stewart, and they need to get that car out of there. And well, look where that is. I think that may have been coming through this next section of turns is where his car is.
Well, next up for the Firestone Indy Lights Series, it's a return to where it all began. Kansas Speedway hosted the very first Indy Lights event. The series makes its return in just a few weeks. The Kansas 100 will air on ESPN2 May 1st at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's see how this restart goes as we go back to green. Beatrice is leading, Antonucci running second, Hildebrand third, and Logan Gomez from last starting position up to 4th, and Gomez looks to the inside. No change up front, however. Now Gomez gets to the inside of Hildebrand in the battle for 3rd.
And the reason for that is just there was a little bit of brake. You just saw a little wiggle from JR's car, and that's just a little bit of rear brake bias shaking that loose.
Gomez has gained 19 positions since the start of the race. Dylan Battistini, the winner at Homestead, Miami, up 16 spots. Nathan Freak 11, Williams 10, and Guthrie has moved up 9 spots.
Yeah, good show by Logan. I mean, I know in race 1 he had a little bit of a gearbox issue, so obviously they've gotten that right, and he's taking advantage of everything that's happened here, and he's running 4th. Nice job.
Can Anna Beatrice hold off Richard Antonucci and win this thing? A very impressive race for Anna. Into corner number 14 once again.
Yeah, there's a good run. You got to be right on the tail of the car in front of you. Put the power down. Get to full throttle. Go up through the gearbox. Remember, these are teammates for Sam Schmidt, and you can't forget about the bigger picture. Yeah, you want to win this race, but you're also talking about a championship. Easy, not now. Oh my gosh.
Spins her.
Oh, there is Anna and
right into
Donoso.
Pablo Donoso. Donoso was running in 9th position, and unfortunately,
yeah, and it all started with Antonucci just coming down the inside, tapped her right rear, spun her around, and then she was anxious to get back out, but it wasn't a good time, and off went her right front.
So Richard Antonucci now is in the lead as we are less than 10 laps from the finish of this race. Here it is.
Breaking down into turn 1. Watch the left front. It was just his left front wing gets Anna's right rear, spins her around. Anna's off the track. Richard continues on. Here he is breaking down on the inside. Give him a little space. Oh, man. There goes Anna in the Healthy Choice car around. There's the touch right there. The left front wing plate gets into her right rear. His car goes airborne. I mean, he's, right on the curbing there. He goes airborne. Tough place to get it done.
And then right into the side of Pablo Donoso.
And that's just, you want to get back in action.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back in just a moment here at St. Petersburg. What a race. Well, this has been an action-filled race here at St. Petersburg. We're down to 1 lap to go, and Richard Antonucci, driving the number 7 car, which won twice here at St. Petersburg last year, is in the lead. J.R. Hildebrand running second, and a close third is Logan Gomez, again up from the last starting position, 23rd at the beginning of this race. Dylan Battistini, who won at Homestead, Miami, running in 4th position. So some guys have really moved up nicely during this course of this event.
Yeah, they've kept their nose clean through all the attrition and big incidents we've seen. These guys have slowly worked their way up, been smart about it, not been part of that attrition, and look where they are right now. I mean, Logan Gomez, what a great run, running in the 3rd spot after starting in the back and having problems in race 1.
And Richard Antonucci, last time by, had a 1.3 second advantage on Hildebrand. So the margin is pretty comfortable here as Richard negotiates the final few corners. But this has been anything but a snoozer. It has been filled with action from start to finish. And here is Richard Antonucci taking the checkered flag and winning race number 2 at St. Petersburg.
You can't say much more. Just everything we saw in that, great for Richard. The big focus is for him is for the championship. But wow, what a race! We had every scenario out there.
We really did. J.R. Hildebrand is 1.5 seconds behind at the checkered flag. Gomez is 3rd, followed by Battistini and Guthrie. Then Allens are the 3rd. Polar, Freak, Williams, and Alleman.
So for the 3rd time of his Indy Lights career, Richard Antonucci will celebrate in victory lane. Richard, come on out so we can congratulate you. Richard Antonucci winning this one, and he will go to Kansas with a sizable championship lead. A bit of controversy as you and your teammate get together there on that next to last restart.
Yeah, I feel bad that I took my teammate out, or we came together and she got the worst out of it. Let's say that was a racing incident. But we were quicker, and, there were several people defending, and you just had to get your own out there. You saw Rafa, how aggressive he had to be, and things went badly there, and almost the same with us, and we were teammates, so it would have been terrible. I was really going for points, to be honest. 3 seconds in a row isn't what you want, ideally, but, we came together, and I feel bad that she got a 0. At least I would have liked her to have 2nd.
Wins at Mid-Ohio, Infineon, and now St. Petersburg. Congratulations to Richard Antonucci. Bob?
Unbelievable race here, number 2 at St. Petersburg, that Antonucci comes away with the victory. Don't forget, our next race will be the Kansas 100 on ESPN2, May the 1st at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks for joining us here. For Robbie Buell, Mike King, I'm Bob Jenkins. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.